Powered by Riverside FM.
Powered by Riverside.
Welcome to the UP Unconventional Playbook. And this show started off as just a hobby for me. And to be quite honest with you, we've had a couple of gremlins. We've had some sound issues. We've had some picture issues. You know, we're novices at this thing, but this show is just continuing to grow. And surprisingly, we've had a lot of support. And I said when I first got into this venture that I was going to give this a year just to have some fun and live out a dream and talk sports, something that I like to do. And we started this thing off May 4th. It is now May 14th, and we have over 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for the love. You know, how I got into this is a year ago I got offered a job to be co-host of a popular morning show here in Wisconsin. And it wasn't the right time for me to do it. I still wanted to coach. And this gives me the opportunity to kind of, you know, dabble in that industry a little bit and get a chance to interact and talk with you guys and talk sports. Now, this is going to be a show that, you know, we'll dabble a little bit on the national sports scene, but we're going to focus a lot on Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa, you know, those sports venues. And then, you know, every now and then we'll talk some national sports. You know, we'll get into the national game. There's a lot of different, you know, current events that's going on out there and things that people are interested in. So we are definitely going to talk that every now and then. But, you know, our focus is going to be on my first love, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and then the Minnesota Vikings. So you'll get a lot of Vikings talk. But even when we get that, it doesn't mean that we're not going to talk other things. But I just want to say, in the short amount of time that we've been on the air with all the mistakes and all the stuff that we've kind of put out there, we don't even know what we're doing yet. But we promise you that within a year's time, we're going to get better and better and better. Hopefully you see with each show, we're starting to fine tune some things. And without you guys liking and subscribing, you know, this show wouldn't be anything. It would just be me with the microphone and the camera talking to myself. So I just wanted to thank everybody out there. You know, we started from the bare bones and we're just building this thing brick by brick. I can't believe we have over 1,000 subscribers in 10 days. So I'm really, really taken aback by that. If you want to see more of me, I'm on another show called Legit Takes with Tony Vandermark. His focus is solely on Minnesota sports. Really good podcast. Tony's a good friend of mine. Met him in college. Former Gopher baseball announcer. The guy is absolutely fantastic. We have a lot of fun. So if you want a little bit more of something where you got two talking heads just debating about sports, find Legit Takes. It is a fantastic show. Legit Takes is the name of it. I want to throw some shout outs to some subscribers who have been making some comments and reached out to me in various ways. People that are really, really big fans of the show. Greg Thomas, you know, he has love for Caitlin Clark, and I appreciate you watching that show. A lot of the things that you said in your comments were very, very accurate, and it's too bad that the young lady Caitlin Clark, who is so well loved, has to go through some of the things that she's gone to, but I really, really appreciate your comments. Austin Jordahl, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for making our show part of your daily regimen every day. Really, really appreciate that. I agree with everything that you said about Slow-Mo. You got to limit his minutes. Why he's playing so much, I have no idea for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The guy gets way too many minutes, doesn't seem to have a lot of production when he gets into the game, so I'm not sure what Chris Finch is doing on that standpoint. But, Austin, I appreciate your love and listening to the show. Really, really appreciate it. Julie got me set on Taylor Swift. I made a comment that Taylor Swift was expecting. My sources were not accurate in that respect. So Julie set me straight. I appreciate your comments and reaching out, Julie. I'm glad that you love the show. Please continue to watch. My boy Brad from Texas. Now, we may talk a little bit of Dallas Cowboys. We won't talk much. We'll especially talk when they come to Minneapolis and we take care of those Cowboys. We'll talk then especially. But we'll do a little bit of Cowboy chatter. Dak Prescott is always in the news, whether it's positive or negative. So we're definitely going to do some talk with the Dallas Cowboys every now and then. Andrea, you know what? LeBron's not going back to Cleveland. So you can reach out and say that all you want. I know he's at the game last night, but, you know, I don't see any way LeBron's going to come back. I know they said that he wants to play with his son. I don't think the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to draft LeBron James' son. I think that would be irresponsible unless it's late second round. I'm sorry. A lot of people are speculating that he may be a first-round pick. I don't understand that unless you just want LeBron James attached to that draft pick, because the young man averaged 5 points a game in college last year at USC. So I don't even understand the combine thing and wanting to enter the draft. If you can't play at that level, how are you going to play in the NBA? Like, that seems a little bit strange to me. That's that LeBron James effect, you know, affecting the NBA once again. But Andrea reached out and she said she thinks LeBron James is going to end up back in Cleveland. I don't see that at all. But I guess stranger things has happened. And my man Sumar in Kenya, I didn't know that there are Minnesota Viking fans in Kenya. I mean, that's how the purple rolls. You know, he's excited about J.J. McCarthy. Can't wait to see what the Minnesota Vikings are going to do. I can't either. I think by the end of the year, J.J. McCarthy will be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, if not day one. I just don't think there's any way Sam Darnold is going to hold him off, because as soon as Sam Darnold has a bad game, you know the fans are going to put the pressure on Kwesi and KOC to put in JJ, especially if Sam Darnold is not performing well. So I just wanted to reach out. There are many, many, many more comments and people that have reached out to me that love the show. I really, really appreciate it. Again, we don't even know what we're doing yet, but we're going to get better and better. And by the end of the year, I think we could have something really special here. I really appreciate you, UP Nation. People that take the time out of your day to listen to our special show. It really, really makes us feel absolutely fantastically special. And we're going to try to create content that you're interested in listening in. And along the way, maybe you'll learn some things and look at sports from just a different perspective. And that's always the goal. So thanks again. We are nothing without you. This has been Unconventional Playbook.
Powered by Riverside.